Please join me in standing as you are able to welcome the class of 2014, the UConn School of Nursing faculty, and the Commencement Platform Party. It is wonderful for us as faculty when graduating seniors bring families and friends to share the moment when they move from undergraduates to graduates. We're honored all of you are here. Now, before we get underway, I'd like to introduce two people many of us know well. Senior Katie Wright will open our 2004 commencement ceremony by singing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Nice job. Yeah. Thank you, Katie. As you take your seats, I am now honored to introduce the Dean of the University of Connecticut School of Nursing, Dr. Regina M. Cusson.
Good afternoon and welcome, everyone, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there in the audience. And of course, congratulations to our graduates, the class of 2014. Well, here we are on your last day as UConn nursing students. Don't cheer too loud about that, please, because we will miss you. I know that you have challenged yourselves to get into the seats where you sit today. You were the inaugural class to engage in the School of Nursing's version of our Healthcare Innovations Project, finally known as our Shark Tank. You successfully presented your interventions back in March, aimed at improving nursing practice, which is quite an accomplishment for nurses at this level. You accepted the entrepreneurial challenge we put before you, and you offered creative and innovative solutions and ideas for things that could help aid in patient care, and we are so proud of you for that endeavor. I knew that you could do it, but I must tell you that I had many people saying to me how amazed they were at the wonderful things that you came up with. So perhaps someday I'll turn on ABC's Shark Tank and see one of you pitching a groundbreaking brainchild invention later in your careers. You leave here with a sound interdisciplinary educational experience, one that separates you from other nursing school program graduates. Aside from such cutting-edge, next-generation Connecticut activity and prowess, many of you challenged your worldview through clinical experiences in places like Belgium, Dublin, Hong Kong, Puerto Rico, and South Africa. Others chose to work with the underserved here at home through the urban services track, working side by side with other healthcare professional students to deliver healthcare to those without access, those who often need it the most. Several of you immersed yourselves in our rigorous honors program and presented your research findings at our Athena Research Conference and represented the school at the Eastern Nursing Research Society meeting. Others were engaged as John and Valerie Rowe Health Profession Scholars. And on Friday, I had the honor of seeing Mallory Perry being honored by the UConn Women's Center with the Academic Achievement Award at our Alumni House. Interestingly, many of our students find a way to combine athletics and academics, but this year we have a real standout. Maria Lena Bowles was a member. She was a member of the field hockey team, UConn's third national championship team this year. She started in all 25 games for the Huskies and became the first UConn player ever to be named the Division I Player of the Year in women's field hockey. All of you implemented health promotion activities in the state schools. However you chose to challenge yourselves, you are better nurses for that effort. Being a nurse means going beyond the job requirements, meeting the needs of others, and always remembering the message of compassion and caring that we taught you in your years with us. And so, as you transition from nursing student to professional nurse, always remember that you are UConn nurses. You are our best and our brightest, and we think that you are exceptional. It is a privilege to introduce members of the platform party behind me. Distinguished colleagues, as I call your name, please stand. Our Grand Marshal, Clinical Instructor Ann Cross. Since September 2003, Ann has been a clinical faculty member, and she was actually one of our first faculty members in our clinical track on a full-time basis. She has supervised our clinical nursing students in a variety of settings, including subacute, chronic, and acute care specialties. She will be sorely missed by us because she is retiring this year, and this is her last final official duty. And we thank you for your service and best wishes for a fruitful and restful future. Associate Dean, Dr. Paula McCauley, one of the school's first Doctor of Nursing Practice graduates. After years of clinical practice, Paula became faculty and now serves as our Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. Associate Dean, Dr. Jacqueline McGrath, who joined us last year as our Associate Dean for Research and Scholarship. She also serves as the coordinator of the Nursing Research Department in a joint appointment with the School of Nursing and Connecticut Children's Medical Center in Hartford. Assistant Professor, Mr. John McNulty, the director of the school's undergraduate program. He has served as the school's Med-Surg course coordinator, academic advisor, and Student Nurse Association leader. And I have to express my gratitude to him, there he is, because he accepted my invitation to become the director of our pre-licensure programs, and I'm really very pleased about that. Today's commencement speaker, Dr. Martin McNamara, who will be introduced more formally later. Dr. Lawrence Silbert, University of Connecticut's Vice Provost, who you will hear from momentarily. And Bersheth Adams, President of our Alumni and Friends Society. Bersheth is a double Husky, and I can't tell you that there should be any better person to represent our alumni. We knew him, as all of us here knew him as an undergrad, and since completion of his advanced practice degree in 2011, he has been a highly valued member of the team at St. Francis Hospital and Medical Center in the trauma and surgery areas. And graduating seniors, Bing Zhang, the valedictorian who led her classmates here today, and also led the class with a highest grade point average. Let me see your shoes, Bang. We tell the valedictorians who carry the banner that they should wear sensible shoes because it's very heavy and it's very windy, but she didn't listen to us. And then we have Julia Buckheit, who led the class of 2014 as president. Please join me in welcoming this platform of wonderful nurses and distinguished educators. I would next like to introduce Lawrence Silbert, UConn's Vice Provost for Strategic Initiatives, who brings greetings from the University Administration. Dr. Silbert received his doctoral degree in toxicology from the University of Michigan in 1987 and joined UConn as an assistant professor in 1991, and he's still here. He served as professor and department head for the Department of Allied Health Sciences for 7 years and maintains an active research interest aimed at developing mucosal vaccines and adjuvants for infectious agents and toxins. He joined the Provost office in the fall of 2013 as Vice Provost for Strategic Initiatives, and in this role he has responsibilities related to the rollout of Next Generation Connecticut and the UConn Tech Park, and he has been very helpful to me in my role as Dean as I was transitioning into this role. We are pleased to have Dr. Silbert here today to celebrate this occasion. Please join me in welcoming him to the podium.
Thank you, Dean Cousin. Before awarding our honorary doctoral degree today, I'd like to take a moment to extend my congratulations to our graduates, their friends and families, and to once again wish a happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers in the audience. Today is a day for handshakes, hugs, high fives, and of course, selfies. But on behalf of the Provost's office, I'd also like to extend congratulations to the faculty, staff, and administrators of the School of Nursing for the progress that they've made over the past decade. Not only has the school grown in size, it has grown into new areas that have added linkages that will allow us to better understand health, wellness, and disease. Under the visionary leadership of Deans Bavier and more recently Dean Cousin, the school is widely recognized for excellence in teaching, training, scholarship, and outreach. This was reflected in the school being named one of only 8 recognized by the National League of Nursing as a center of excellence. The beautiful Carolyn Ladd Widmer Wing provides an incredible learning platform, and 2 new centers, one focusing on correctional health and the other on advanced pain management, will bring focused research, teaching, and outreach to these very important areas. But perhaps one of the most innovative new initiatives spearheaded within the past few years is the one just mentioned by Dean Cousins, and that being the Shark Tank. This event, which garnered considerable attention from the media, involved over 100 senior nursing students in front of me today, divided into 13 teams, each making presentations in front of a panel of sharks. What better way to prepare the next generation of nurses? These are but a few examples of the school's visionary leadership and its willingness to help advance patient care into the 21st century. Together, we are changing the face of UConn and becoming a vibrant community of scholars, both inside and outside our classroom walls. It gives me comfort that those of us who will need your care in the coming years are in excellent hands. We now turn our attention to our honorary degree recipient, Dr. McNamara. It is an academic custom that those who have excelled in science, letters, the arts, or have served humanity through writing or their acts should be appropriately honored. Today, the university is awarding 1 honorary doctorate degree at this ceremony. Martin McNamara, head of school and dean of nursing at the University College of Dublin, School of Nursing, Midwifery, and Health Systems, expert in palliative care, advocate of international prominence, and prominent researcher and author. These are but a few of the reasons that we are privileged to welcome you to the University of Connecticut and to honor you today. You are a nurse, teacher, administrator, author, leader, board member, and collaborator. You speak of pathways towards social justice, of understanding equality and inclusion. You deal with the profound and the practical in nursing and in governance. You take a holistic approach to palliative care, taking on all facets of end-of-life care, integrating the physiological and spiritual in patient care, which has garnered you much recognition in Europe and beyond. In recognition of your accomplishments and service to the profession of nursing, the University of Connecticut is proud to confer upon you the Doctor of Science honoris causa. By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees of the University of Connecticut, and in accordance with the procedures and regulations of the university, it is my special pleasure to confer upon you this day, May 11th, 2014, the degree of Doctor of Science with all the appropriate rights, responsibilities, and distinctions pertaining thereto. Is this a shot? Ah, yes. So now we pose for a picture.
Thank you, Dr. Silbert. This is a very special year for us. It is the first time in the history of the University of Connecticut School of Nursing that we have bestowed an honorary degree on a nurse, or the first time in the university's history at all. We have the double pleasure of having Dr. McNamara as our honorary degree recipient, but also as our commencement speaker. This is the second time in 2 years that we've had the pleasure of welcoming Dr. McNamara to our school. Last year, 2013 Athena Research Conference keynote speaker. We are delighted to have him back and to have such an honor bestowed upon him. Dr. McNamara is influential in the strategic development of nursing education in Ireland and serves in a leadership role on the National Review of Undergraduate Nursing and Midwifery Programs, which drew on his doctoral work on the underlying principles structuring academic nursing. He has led various leadership and project management roles on a number of research projects. His work on the development of academic nursing, nursing leadership, curriculum and pedagogy, and discourses in nursing education and care of older people has been widely disseminated. Moreover, Dr. McNamara is a leader in various international organizations. And as I said, he is our keynote speaker. And I always tell this to the graduating seniors. One of the things that I ask in a commencement speaker is that they have a wonderfully short message to take home with you. And so Dr. McNamara has promised me that he has timed this multiple times. And so I'm very pleased to welcome him to the podium.
Well, thank you very much, Vice President Silbert, Dean Cusson, members of the faculty and staff, distinguished guests, proud parents and families, and above all, graduates. The first thing I would like to say is thank you. I am honored to have been asked to give this prestigious commencement address and for the very special recognition that I have received from the University of Connecticut. I have been incredibly impressed by the caliber of the students and staff that I have met from UConn, both here at Storrs and at my own school at University College Dublin. And I'm immensely proud to be associated now with one of the United States' finest public universities through your award to me of an honorary doctorate. While I am used to making speeches and delivering lectures, I have to say that delivering a commencement address presented a more daunting prospect. In preparing, I turned perhaps inevitably to Google to see if there were any useful hints or tips or examples of great addresses. Of course, there were thousands, the 10 best commencement addresses of all time from various sources, and never the same 10, do's and don'ts, pitfalls to avoid, and so on, and on, and on. Speeches from luminaries such as Jeff Bezos of Amazon, the late Steve Jobs of Apple, Sheryl Sandberg of Facebook, J.K. Rowling, Oprah Winfrey, my fellow Dubliner Bono, and even JFK. Of course, I haven't led a life as interesting as theirs, so I'm not going to even try to emulate their examples. And as I thought more about it, I was reassured by the realization that this is not about me at all. It's all about you. I am here to honor you, the nursing class of 2014, to recognize and acknowledge your hard work and commitment throughout your academic and clinical nursing studies. So congratulations, graduates. Congratulations to parents, and especially the moms amongst you, on the best Mother's Day gift ever. Here, your children, all grown up, qualified and credentialed, justifying your commitment to and investment in their futures, and now well on the road to realizing all your hopes for them. Graduates, you are poised to use your excellent education and professional training from UConn and its healthcare partners as a commencement, the beginning of a new phase of your lives as you embark upon your careers in nursing. My hope is that your careers in nursing will be as fulfilling and transformative for you as mine has been for me, providing professional and educational opportunities that I could never have imagined when I graduated from my first nursing program in mental health almost 25 years ago. Your nursing careers afford you the extraordinary privilege of caring for your fellow human beings at some of the most intimate, important, and significant moments of their lives. You will share in their joy and perhaps concerns at the beginning of life, and you will be a comforting presence as lives draw to a close, as they must. At all life stages in between, you, as nurses, will make a difference to the safety and outcomes of those in receipt of your services and how they experience their treatment and care. Health systems in general, and nursing in particular, face extraordinary challenges. These include gaps and inequalities in healthcare within and between countries, new infectious, environmental, and behavioral risks at a time of rapid demographic and epidemiological transitions, as seen, for example, in the aging populations of developed countries and the rising burden of non-communicable diseases globally. Socially diverse patients with chronic conditions, unrelenting pressure on healthcare budgets, greater expectations from patients and communities, new techniques and technologies requiring new ways of working, both within and across teams, and with patients and their families. New approaches to self-sustaining continuous improvement that rely as much on mobilizing and motivating staff as on the techniques themselves, and the increasing emphasis on step-change innovation to improve safety, quality, and efficiency in healthcare. Nursing, for so long preoccupied by delineating its proper place in society, must now continuously test the boundaries of its traditional roles and respond to these challenges in innovative ways, informed by evidence of the difference that nurses make to the patient experience, subjectively understood, and to patient outcomes objectively measured, and supported by research and education that builds the capacities and confidence to deliver expert professional healthcare. As nurses, and what's more as UConn graduates, inheritors of the twin traditions of a noble profession and a great university, I know that you are more than capable of rising to these challenges. You will do so by demonstrating to key power brokers the many ways in which nurses exercise their professional authority to contribute to the overall goals and mission of health systems. This will require you to communicate clearly the distinctive perspective of nursing that always involves developing and supporting the autonomy and dignity of persons, advocating for the vulnerable, and importantly, demonstrating and articulating the value of the nursing contribution to patient outcomes. People and numbers, patients and statistics are the proper business of nursing, as Nightingale, born 194 years ago tomorrow, long ago recognized. And you need to articulate your impact not only at the level of direct patient care, but also at the wider organizational and systems levels. Never let the grounded humility that is characteristic of nursing prevent you from drawing attention to the roles nurses play in planning, policy making, protecting patients, preventing medical error, providing quality care, promoting wellness, educating patients and their families, managing health systems and services, increasing efficiency, reducing cost, coordinating interdisciplinary care, encouraging patient engagement in self-care, maximizing quality of life and functionality, and addressing the needs of an aging population. And that long list could be further extended. So it's no wonder nurses are such busy people. As professional nurses, you require a broad systemic awareness to enable you to exert transformational leadership in rapidly changing healthcare contexts, to advance the practice of nursing, and to overcome the barriers, perceptual and actual, that have constrained the profession in the past. The most significant barrier that arises time and again is that nurses tend not to speak on pressing national and global health issues with a unity of purpose. Strong partnerships among colleagues in academia, clinical practice, administration, policy making, and regulation are required to establish and sustain a vibrant professional and disciplinary community that views nursing scholarship and practice as furnishing the evidence for and the enactment and enhancement of the critical contribution that nurses make to the overall health system. Through these partnerships, strategic alliances within and across sectors can and must be built to strengthen the technical and adaptive capacity of all healthcare professionals to drive and respond to change, and to build on the widespread trust of nurses' expertise as an essential component in leading and implementing much-needed healthcare reform. It is therefore essential that you support one another in taking on leadership positions and insisting that you have a place and a voice at decision-making tables. As nurses, you are a group with great potential, whose members will be presented with many opportunities throughout your nursing careers. These opportunities will present you with many choices, and ultimately, it is the choices you take that will determine the difference you make. So what choices will you make in your personal and professional lives? Will you unquestioningly follow custom and routine, or will you choose to lead innovations in practices and processes for healthcare improvement? Will you choose to maintain a suboptimal status quo, or will you challenge it and make things better? Will you pay lip service to your values, or choose to embody and enact them in your professional practice? Will you choose the path of least resistance, or will you forge your own way with resilience and determination? Will you support and mentor your colleagues and students, or will you choose to pull up the ladder when you have got to where you want to be? Will you wilt when you err, as you will, or will you reflect and learn from your mistakes? Will you pretend you know it all, or will you have the humility and wisdom to know what you know not, and actively seek out knowledge when you need it? Will you succumb to indifference, or will you persist in advocating for the best possible care for your patients and communities? Will you lurk unseen in the shadows, or put your head above the parapet and be counted? When the going gets tough, will you give up, or will you be relentless in realizing your personal and professional potential? When in years to come you take the time to reflect carefully and honestly on your lives and compose just for yourselves your own life stories, you will most likely find that the most telling and memorable chapters arise from the sets of choices that you have made. In the end, we are the product of our accumulated choices. As next generation UConn nurses, you can choose to compose for yourselves a compelling tale of commitment and compassion. You should go now and do that. Thank you very much, and I wish you every success in your future personal and professional lives.
Well, don't go now just yet, because we do have a little more business to do here today. Thank you, Dr. McNamara, for that wonderful 9-minute-long commencement address. Julia Buckheit led the class of 2014 through the academic adventure that ends with success today. As class president, she will deliver remarks on behalf of the whole class. Julia's contributions to the school are varied and reflective of her boundless energy and commitment to her school, her classmates, and to the university. Julia is one of 2 undergraduate students who attended the American Academy of Colleges of Nursing Leadership Summit in Washington, D.C. this spring. During this conference, she met with staff from the Congressional Office of Senators Richard Blumenthal and Chris Murphy, as well as Representatives Joe Courtney and Rosa DeLauro. She represented our school well with her attentiveness, knowledge, and poise. Julia was also the student representative on the school's academic visioning committee as part of the university's new academic plan. Both of these initiatives gave her the opportunity to hone her leadership skills to complement her nursing practice skills, in which she excels. While a member of student government, Julia was an enthusiastic peer group leader and made significant contributions as class president for all 4 years. Please welcome Julia Buckheit.
Thank you. Thank you for that lovely introduction, Dean Cusson, and good afternoon. Dean Cusson, Vice Provost Lauren Silbert, Dr. Martin McNamara, faculty, staff, family, friends, and last but definitely not least, the graduating class of 2014. I have to admit that I'm currently experiencing tachycardia, tachypnea, and diaphoresis. I may even throw up a few PVCs. For those in the audience, that translates as, sorry, a rapid, irregular heartbeat, rapid breathing, and profuse sweating. Allow me a moment to compose myself. I first would like to wish all the mothers and grandmothers in the crowd a happy Mother's Day. We wouldn't have gotten here without you, and we thank you for your constant support over these last 4 years. On behalf of the class of 2014, we apologize for stealing your spotlight today. There are a handful of life-defining experiences that one will have throughout their lifetime, and I can say without a doubt, nursing school has been one for all of us. It is hard to imagine it was 4 years ago that our journey was just beginning. Over the last few years, we have been a part of 5 national championships, a new era of Jonathan mascots, and the opening of our state-of-the-art Widmer wing. It seems like just yesterday we were freshmen, unpacking our bags, meeting roommates for the first time, and wondering how in the world we were going to find the chemistry building by 8 a.m. Monday morning. The classes we took sophomore year made freshman year seem like a piece of cake. We will all remember our Saturday night dates with Homer before a big anatomy test, and our parents sure remember the tearful phone calls home. But nothing quite compared to racing home for winter break and opening the package of our brand new stethoscope, which made all of our sleepless nights worth it. We remember getting up close and personal with our first patients, each other, clad in our glamorous Johnnies. We learned quickly that taking a manual blood pressure was an acquired skill after cutting off each other's circulation a few times more than we would like to admit. Junior year was when life as nurses truly began. We all remember walking into a patient's room to give an injection, hands shaking and sweaty, only to be asked, "Have you done this before?" Carpools to and from clinical turned into emotional debriefs, sing-alongs, or impromptu photo shoots centered around the unlucky passenger who fell asleep first. Branching out into the different areas of nursing, such as maternity, pediatrics, medical surgical, and psychiatrics, enabled us to find our passions in nursing, or what we were not meant to be doing. MedSurg taught us that ABCs aren't just the beginning of the alphabet, but something that encompasses far more importance. Pediatrics gave us a crash course in diaper changing and reminded us that playing peekaboo is still fun, even in your 20s. Maternity taught us never to mess with a laboring woman, and that epidurals, not diamonds, are a woman's best friend. Psych gave us the opportunity to diagnose ourselves with multiple personality disorders. Don't worry, we've diagnosed you too. This past semester, we've learned what it means to be a nurse, but more importantly, what it means to be human. Over the past couple years, we've celebrated every victory on our patient's road to recovery, whether it is a small step after surgery or the completion of chemotherapy. At the same time, we've experienced great loss and suffering, comforting the distraught parents of a hospitalized child or holding the hand of someone at the end of their life. Through it all, we wouldn't want to be anywhere else, and we know that our greatest satisfaction is in what we do. As nurses, we're on the front line of healthcare delivery. We understand this is a calling, and we have learned to identify as our patient's advocate, friend, cheerleader, educator, and their protector. We've had the opportunity to care for people at their weakest moments, while at the same time empowering them to take control of their life. Day in, day out, we work tirelessly alongside of our patients, consistently putting their needs before our own. Even as student nurses, we've touched a countless number of lives, and this is just the beginning. As someone once said, you've never really lived until you've done something for someone who can never repay you. In the profession we are entering, we have the opportunity to change lives every day. It is in watching our patients succeed that we get all the satisfaction we could ever need. We know that without the guidance of our family, friends, and faculty with us today, we wouldn't be able to make these dreams a reality. The impact you've had on our lives is greater than you will ever know, and we ask for your continued support on our future endeavors. Congratulations, class of 2014. Students today, Huskies forever.
She might not have remembered that I wanted to congratulate her, but I did. Thank you, Julia. That was really wonderful. Next, I'm proud to introduce members of the class of 2014 who, through their undergraduate career, performed at the highest scholarly level. They graduate today with academic distinction. Honor students, will you please stand? These students completed at least 2 years of honors coursework. Each pursued independent research that culminated in a senior thesis. The university recognized this success in a special medal ceremony last weekend. Honor students, congratulations. You may be seated. Some students have earned admiration from distinguished organizations outside UConn too. Sigma Theta Tau inductees, will you please stand? Sigma Theta Tau is the International Honor Society of Nursing. On the basis of their academic achievements and their potential for nursing leadership, Sigma Theta Tau has inducted these students into its International Honor Society. Today, they wear purple cords on their regalia or their pins to show their accomplishments. Congratulations. You may be seated. Will students who studied abroad please stand? These students dedicated a semester of their time to study and learn about healthcare outside of the United States, and you can see how many of them took up that offer. We have the largest percentage-wide proportion of students participating in study abroad programs of any school in the university, and I'm really very proud of that. Heather Evans, our director of our study abroad programs, is here on the platform. Heather, why don't you stand up since all these wonderful students are standing too. Please be seated. We also want to recognize our Urban Service Track students. Please stand if you are an Urban Service Track member. These students have demonstrated commitment truly above and beyond to the underserved inner-city populations. In addition to their heavy coursework in nursing, they took the opportunity to meet community needs by working with other students from the schools of medicine, dentistry, pharmacy, and social work. Congratulations. Now we get to the good part. Marshals, please prepare our degree candidates for presentation. As our marshals prepare degree candidates for presentation, Professor McNulty has some helpful guidance.
Great, thanks. In a few moments, marshals will guide members of the class of 2014 to the platform. I'll announce each candidate's name, and then Dean Cusson will present a folio in her congratulations to each of them. We do have professionals to take individual photos of each graduate's big moment, but some in our audience may want to take personal photos too. You're welcome to do that, with one caveat. We're required to keep the passageways clear for everyone's safety and to assure graduates access to the stage. If you are taking pictures, please respect audience sight lines too by staying low and using the outside aisles whenever possible. Okay, it is my privilege to present the 9 honors graduates of the UConn School of Nursing's class of 2014. Caroline Barry. Angela DeYoung. Haley Dunnick. Nikayla La Rosa. Nicole Miller. Tina Wynn. Rebecca Paquette. Mallory Perry. Bing Zhang. Next, we will recognize the class officers. President Julia Buckite. Vice President Elizabeth Comstock. Treasurer Gerald Mitchell. Treasurer and Event Fundraiser Emily O'Hala. Secretary Himali Rana. Upcoming graduates will receive their degree in alphabetical order. Please hold your applause until all degrees are conferred. Samantha Allen, President of the Student Nurses Association. Victoria Bacon. Jessica Banning. Jennifer Barriga. Mallory Bates. John Bedard. Crystal Bellamere. Kate Baderda. Mary Elena Bowles. Stefan Brancato. Kelsey Brault. Jennifer Brown. Laurel Cassia. Mary Chris Carriaga. Melissa Carlson. Jessica Carson. Regina Casal. Kelly Casey. Sally Corpolongo. Vanessa Dorelis. Sam Choi Dronmobaro. Davina Dubé. Krista Dumont. Stephanie Ellis. Sarah Ferrantelli. Bonnie Fiducia. Claire Francis. Alyssa Gersten. Jillian Juka. Kelsey Graham. Courtney Gregorian. Megan Guerrag. Kaylee Guzman. Oh, sorry. I didn't know they were going to do some. Kaylee Guzman. Madeline Hamill. Carolyn Howe. Adrian Howell. Danielle Kenny. Megan Catal. Shay Koza. Adrian Kazakowski. Katie Lacasse. Samantha Lamarck. Margot Lear. Monica Lawler. Venata Lohr. Anne Machuga. Brianna McGlone. Benjamin Miller. Kelsey McCodlow. Michaela Morse. Jasmine Noya. Marina Nuttall. Christine Oganowski. Kara O'Leary. Lindsay Pandages. Jennifer Panowski. Bettina Pass. Jessalyn Pennington. Kristen Phillips. Adam Pierce. Caitlin Randazzo. Ashley Reyes. Nicole Riley. Kate Rock. Elise Sanderson. Michael Shinnis. Kelly Schumacher. Sarah Scott. Alexander Sawerski. Isabella Sierra. Megan Sirag. Samantha Spano. Caitlin Summers. Jonathan Silibrit. Kimberly Ty. Christian Tuesta. Paulina Jolis. Jessica Van Angen. Tao Wong. Wei Wang. Siobhan Wilcox. Caitlin Witt. Christy Rana. Katie Wright. Jennifer Yick. Jessica Young. Qumi Zhang. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor's of Science in Nursing, please rise. Dean Cusson, on behalf of the faculty of the University of Connecticut School of Nursing, I call upon you to accept these 103 intelligent, energetic, compassionate, well-educated, and capable nursing graduates to confer upon them the degree of Bachelor's of Science.
Professor McNulty, ladies and gentlemen, by virtue of the authority invested in me by the trustees of the University of Connecticut, and in accordance with the procedures and regulations of the university, I am pleased to accept these 103 nursing candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science. I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science for which you have been presented by the faculty of the University of Connecticut School of Nursing. And I now charge you to fully assume the responsibilities of your new status, to enlarge upon the foundations of knowledge that you have acquired, to take upon yourselves the obligation of an enlarged vision, and to seek to do your fair share of work in this world. You may now move your tassels from right to left. You are now alumni of the University of Connecticut School of Nursing. You may be seated. I have to say that when I walked in today, I thought that the audience looked slightly smaller than usual, but you more than make up for it in enthusiasm. Men and women of the class of 2014, congratulations. Each year, awards are given to students to recognize outstanding achievements. There are award details in your programs. Recipients are nominated by faculty, so no one knows who will be honored here today. Our first award, the Carolyn Ladd Widmer Undergraduate Leadership Award, is named for the founding dean of our school. This is awarded to a graduating senior who has demonstrated leadership within the School of Nursing or the state professional nursing community. Our recipient this year is Julia Buckheit. Julia has been the class president of 2014 since her freshman year at UConn. While maintaining academic excellence, she served her class with clear leadership and mentorship. Perhaps most impressive was Julia's development and implementation of the guest lecture series. She led her colleagues in inviting nursing leaders and experts to the School of Nursing. It was wonderful. All these graduates came back to see us. These sessions resulted in many students discovering new passion for clinical practice that they had not previously considered. Julia also represented the School of Nursing at more than one open house event, and she was recognized for her work by her peers as she received the Connecticut League of Nursing Peer Recognition Award. Congratulations, Julia.
Thank you.
The Clara A. Williams Award for Holistic Nursing honors the first UConn School of Nursing alumna to join its faculty. This award is given to Gerald Mitchell. Gerald, will you please join me? Gerald's faculty noted, what stands out most for Gerald Mitchell is his focus on patient care and his desire to partner with patients to provide the most holistic care. Observing a cesarean birth can be quite daunting. Many students are left focusing on the surgical process and not seeing it as a life-changing event for the mother. However, after viewing his first C-section, Gerald immediately focused on the mother's emotional needs. His ability to see the needs of the patient without verbal cues was remarkable and assisted her in her transition to parenthood. Congratulations, Gerald. Gerald has also been our resident videographer, so we are really going to miss you. You got to come back to graduate school really soon. Art Engler is president of the School of Nursing's Mu chapter of Sigma Theta Tau. He'll present today's final award. Art? So just to there. Okay.
Sorry, I can't read it.
It just says, you have to start here. Sorry, okay, it starts right there, and then just says, Bing, will you please accept your award, and not this part.
Okay. Got it. Okay. As a reflection of our school's early leadership in nursing scholarship, UConn's Mu chapter was only the 11th to be chartered by Sigma Theta Tau, nursing's only international honor society. Professor Robert C. Cleverdon was a scholar in microbiology. He taught this difficult subject so brilliantly that our school's graduates easily translated it into practice. To honor him, our Mu chapter annually presents the Robert C. Cleverdon Award to our senior with the highest grade point average. This year, that's Bing Zhang, class valedictorian.
Yes, stay here a minute. It is rare that I actually get to know the class valedictorian because they're so busy studying that they don't have time to participate in other activities. That is not the case with Bing. Not only does she have the highest grade point average, but she's involved in many activities, clubs, and organizations, including the Urban Services Tract and being the student speaker at the 2013 Reflections of Excellence banquet. So congratulations, Bing.
Thank you.
Now, the class of 2014 officers will present its class gift to the UConn School of Nursing. Julia Buckheit, President, Elizabeth Comstock, Vice President, Hamali Rama, Secretary, Gerald Mitchell, Treasurer, and Emily Ohala, Treasurer and Event Fundraiser. Please join me.
Hello, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, colleagues, friends, and family. Our time here at the School of Nursing has been full of change and innovation. From the completion and opening of our Whitmer Wing to our Shark Tank panel where leadership, technology, and creativity came together to create exactly what the UConn School of Nursing is known for, next generation nurses.
As the age of technology blossoms, we too must be willing to grow and adapt. The School of Nursing has provided us with state-of-the-art classrooms, one with outlets at every seat, thankfully. Labs with high-tech simulation mannequins that are more functional than most of us are during finals week, and also a beautiful atrium for us to relax and recharge ourselves. Each year, the graduating class donates a gift to the school in appreciation for the opportunities that it has provided for us.
The class of 2014 would like to continue the trend of technology and innovation by donating $600 to the UConn School of Nursing to purchase and install an LCD panel in the Whitmer Wing entrance. Our vision is that the School of Nursing and future classes will be able to stream event information, class announcements, upcoming fundraisers, and other news to a single streamlined focal point. Thank you, School of Nursing, for your contribution to our success. And on behalf of the class of 2014, we present you with this gift.
Thank you very much. Okay, I get to keep this, I suppose. Yes. You go next.
Good afternoon. I'm Elizabeth Comstock, Vice President of the Class of 2014. Joining the senior class officers on stage are the leaders of the Class of 2015. Dr. Jean Watson is a nursing theorist and founder of the Watson Caring Science Institute. She visited us previously and brought a special candle that she's used to light the candle of thousands of nurses. The flame has circled the globe a dozen times, passed from nurse to nurse, and symbolizing the unbroken chain of nursing solidarity. Today, the class of 2014 passes the flame of nursing to the class of 2015, recognizing that nursing's nature and nursing's obligation is to light the path for human health for others. As the class of 2014 lights the candle of its successor, the class of 2015, listen to this important message. If there is light in the soul, there is beauty in the person. If there is beauty in the person, there is harmony in the house. If there is harmony in the house, there is order in the nation. If there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world. Thank you.
Thank you for passing on the spirit of your very special class to the excellent class that follows you. Now we welcome Bershith Adams, President of the School of Nursing's Alumni and Friends Society.
I'm so excited to be here with you today, and I'm honored to represent all the alumni that have come before us. The UConn School of Nursing is a very special place to learn, to grow, and to become the nurses we always dreamed we could be. I know you are ready to go forth to be the nurse, just as I was when I finished my undergraduate degree. After I left here, I learned for sure what I always suspected. Not every nurse is as lucky as we have been. UConn nurses have a lot more in common than the logo at the top of our diplomas. It means a lot to me to stay in touch with the nurses with whom I share so much that is essential to me. We'll be UConn nurses for life. On behalf of the UConn Alumni Association and the School of Nursing Alumni and Friends Society, I say congratulations to the class of 2014. We look forward to meeting you all at Young Alumni events, and we can't wait to get to know you more. Thank you.
Now, before we end our ceremony here today, I do want to acknowledge Ann Cross on the last occasion that she will be with us formally. She told me not to do this, and you all know that Professor Cross does not like to call attention to herself, so we have to call it to her. The faculty and staff are going to present her with a UConn clock engraved with her name upon it. So Ann, please accept this from us. Our ceremony ends, but your life of learning continues. It has been a joy to be your dean and to get to know so many of you this year, to witness your transformation into educated nurses, to hear about your accomplishments from our hospital partners. As your dean, it really has been my special joy. Our relationship changes, but it does not end, because you know we do have those graduate programs we keep telling you about. You came to us as nursing students, and you leave us as our nursing colleagues. Take the spirit of inquiry that has fueled your scholastic success out into the world that trusts you to be their nurses, identified as the most respected profession for the last umpteen years. You are our future, and we are in good hands with you. Godspeed. Grand Marshal Cross will give final directions.
Today has been wonderful for all of us. Our thanks for the music by the Community School for the Arts Ceremonial Brass, Katie, our singer, and Tabitha, our bagpiper. We tip our hats to our sign language interpreters and also the police and emergency personnel working behind the scenes, and all our event staff and marshals. Today's success traces directly to what all of us have done in hopeful anticipation of today. We're all in each other's debt. Our ceremony ends with the recessional of the platform party, faculty, and students. Audience, please remain seated during that process. The students and faculty will process to Storrs Hall. We welcome you to follow the procession and join your graduate there for a dessert reception. One last note, we have UConn School of Nursing bumper stickers for each of our graduates and interested family members. When at the reception, please remember to take one. But before we scatter, let's have one last cheer for the UConn School of Nursing, class of 2014.